Today we'll do a sequence for the emotional axis. This is a great sequence to do if you want to release emotions. We'll be working with 4 main meridians. The liver meridian, which runs from the big toe up the top of the foot, along the inner shin bone, and then through the large muscles of the inner thigh, lower abdomen. It goes around the sexual organs as well, all the way up and ends here just under the breast, right under the bra strap on the front of the rib cage. Remember, your liver organ is right here in the lower right rib cage. It's a very large organ. It extends over to the left side. The gallbladder organ is tucked up under the liver organ, and the gallbladder meridian is very long. It starts on the outer corners of the eyes. It covers the whole side body and kind of zigzags around. So it goes around the ear, behind the ear, and then back to the forehead, back to the base of the skull, sides of the neck, tops of the shoulders, under the armpits, front of the rib cage, back of the rib cage, side of the waist, side of the hip, back of the hip, down the IT band, all the way down into the 4th toe. You can think of the gallbladder as distributing energy through all of the muscles in the form of muscle tension, really. So that's liver and gallbladder. And then the arm channels that we're working with today will be pericardium and triple heater. And these 4 meridians all relate to the flow of energy in the body, and especially the repression and flow, movement, transformation of emotions with the breath through the body. So it's very important set of meridians in the Hatha yoga practice, because you're moving energy and dealing with your emotions and releasing muscle tension. The pericardium itself is a tissue that protects the heart. It's around the heart, so it has to do with opening and closing the heart. And the meridian starts in the pectoralis major muscle, this chest muscle, and it goes through the center of the biceps, elbow crease, forearm, center of the wrist, center of the palm, into the tips of the middle fingers. So that's pericardium. Triple heater is similar to gallbladder, and it starts on the outer eyebrow, goes around the ear, and then down the side of the neck, top of the shoulder, down the side of the arm into the 4th finger. Okay, that's triple heater. It has to do with our defense energy. Okay, let's start the sequence for the emotional axis with 1 Om. Bring your feet together and raise your arms over your head. Palms together, interlace your fingers, Kali Mudra. Reach your index fingers up, squeeze your arms to your ears, and drop your tailbone down. You're going to bend to the side. First, reach up, already lengthening the sides of your body. And then very easy, bend over to the right side. Try not to twist. Keep your hips and chest facing directly forward. And don't go too far. Try to feel the left side of your body now. Expand your breath into the left side of your body. If your arms have started to bend, keep your arms straight. It doesn't matter how far your arms go over to the side. Pull them straight and press your feet down into the floor. Move your hips a little more to the left and curve over to the right so you're bending your spine. Now let's trace the gallbladder pathway. Side of the head, side of the neck, side of the rib cage. Expand your breath into your ribs. Inhaling and exhaling, side of the waist, hip, thigh, all the way down to your 4th toe. Now take your left hand down to your hip and step your foot way across. Push your hips more to the left and reach through your fingertips. Breathe into your whole side body. Relax your neck. Maybe you feel more of a stretch through the side of your hip now. It's taking less muscular effort here, but you can get a little deeper into the stretch, and that's the nature of this pathway, is that it needs to be released, relaxed, using the breath. Stretch a little bit more, and then come back up to the top. Step your feet together, palms together, interlace your fingers, and reach up really tall. Breathe. Now start to bend to the other side. Keep your feet firmly planted and your arms straight. Pull to open the side body. Breathe into the side of your body. Don't go too far. Make sure you can still sense and feel now the right side of your body opening up as you breathe into it. Scan down the side of your body, side of your face, head, neck, ribs. Breathe into your ribs, side of your waist, hip, thigh, down into your fourth toe. Stretch a little more, curving over to the side. And then bring your left hand down to your hip and step your left foot way across so you can really lean into it. Now push your hips more to the side. Relax your neck and feel the opening of that side of your body. Feel how it's all connected. The idea is that you're not stretching one muscle, you're stretching, or one joint, you're stretching the entire myofascial pathway of the side body, and that's the gallbladder energy line. To release muscle tension along the side of the body, using the breath. Okay, and then reach back up, step your feet together again. Reach up one more time. Let's quickly open the front of the body. Just squeeze your legs together, squeeze your hip muscles, push your feet down, lift your chest up, and let your head fall back. And you can stay right here, squeezing your legs. Just look at your hands, look at the ceiling, breathe. Or maybe move your hips forward and your arms back. Don't change your breath. Keep breathing and keep lifting your chest. Lift up to go back. Now come up, lift your chest, and hinge forward at your hips, bending your knees, opening the back of the body, just because it'll help bring balance into the practice today. You can keep your knees bent a lot and bring your abdomen to your thighs. Release your head down. Let the back of your neck be long. Maybe you can bring your face to your shins. You can put your hands down or hold the back of your heels or maybe your elbows. Sense the back of the body opening, the pelvic floor, the spine stretching longer, gently breathing into the back of your body. Even the back of your thighs and calves, soles of the feet. And then reach your arms out in front, come all the way up to the top. Release your arms down. Go through the arm stretches now for the pericardium. Interlace your fingers and press your palms toward the ceiling. Stretching through your forearms now. This is an asymmetrical stretch for the pericardium. You can press your right palm higher. We're only going to do the right side because the pericardium is closely related to the liver energetically, which is on the right side. Tends to get tighter on the right side. Press your right palm higher. And then we're going to breathe deeply, inhaling, and then on the exhale, make an SH sound 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. Keep pressing. Inhale again. Exhale all the way. One more. Inhale. Now just press your palms straight out to the sides. This is our traditional pericardium stretch. Press out through the center of your palms. Pull your fingers back toward your head, especially the middle finger. Feel the energy in the center of your palms. Now breathe all around your heart. As you inhale, imagine your heart is expanding in all directions. And as you exhale, feel the upward movement of your diaphragm and heart. Exhale all the way and press your palms wider. Take a couple of breaths like that, pressing wider with each exhale. Relax your shoulders all the way down, chest wide. It's normal to feel a little bit of tingling and burning in your forearms in this stretch. And then release. Okay, for the triple heater, now the triple heater is on the back of your forearm, so it's related to the wrist and finger extensors. The best way to stretch this is to roll your fingers up as if you were rolling up your yoga mat. And then continue to turn your wrist, flexing your wrist. When you do this, you should feel a stretch on the back of your forearm, or you might. That's a good stretch for your wrist extensors. We're going to add that into our traditional triple heater stretch. Okay. For that one, you can have your palms facing forward and then bring your shoulders up towards your ears, down your back. As if you were reaching your fingers toward your heels, chest up, chin down. Now keep reaching down toward your heels. It's the ring finger that we're working with, fourth finger. Feel the stretch on the back of your neck. And then, now take your left hand across and gently pull your right wrist down. Tilt your head to the left. Take a few breaths here. Keep your chin down, shoulders relaxed. And then come back to the center. Take your right hand around to the left wrist. Gently pull that down. Chest up, chin down, tilt your head to the right. See what you feel there. Take a few breaths. Stretching across the top of the shoulder, side of the neck. And then release. And then we'll add the fingers to it. So you can roll up your right fingers and then take your left hand around, flex your wrist so you're getting that stretch on the back of your right forearm. Chest up, chin down. Now tilt your head to the left. Stay here for a few breaths, chin down. Feel this entire pathway. The triple heater goes from the fourth finger up the back of your wrist and forearm, side of the arm, top of the shoulder, up the side of your neck, around your ear to the outer eyebrow. See if you can expand your breath there. With each breath, releasing a little bit of the tension along that line. This is an important pathway for the immune system as well. Okay, and then release that side. Now roll up your left fingers. Take your right hand to the left side and flex your left wrist. Stretching the back of your left forearm. Now chest up, chin down. Tilt your head to the right. Keep your chin down and your chest up. Feel and trace in your mind this whole pathway. Your left fourth finger, the back of your wrist and forearm, side of the arm, upper arm, top of the shoulder, side of the neck, around the ear to the outer eyebrow. gently expand your breath into that pathway. We'll be using this pathway in some of the other postures. So get a sense of what it feels like now. Okay, and then release. If you want to make some circles all the way around with your neck, you can do that. Go slowly and make sure that you keep reaching down through your fourth fingers, reaching down toward your heels. Keep your chest lifted and gently rotate your neck. I'm going to go into some movement now. So rhythmic movement, the idea of vinyasa and moving with your breath is very healing to the emotional axis. If you're getting gentle rhythmic movement, gentle movement of the chi, prana in the whole body. Come to the front of your mat and reach your arms up. Inhale. Slow down your breath. Exhale slowly as you fold forward. Release your head down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Look forward. Exhale, step back to plank and lower knees, chest, chin. Now cobra. Inhale, expand your chest, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Spread your fingers wide apart. Even spread your toes. Remember that the pathways are reaching into your fingers. Each finger is important. Each toe is important. And many of the pathways go into your face, your eyes, ears, tongue, jaw. Bring some awareness into your organs as well, your heart and lungs, liver, kidneys, digestive tract, deepest parts of the body. And then become very aware of your breath. Imagine as you inhale that you're filling your entire body, not just your lungs. And as you exhale, empty your entire body. Slow down the breath. Inhale, expand the prana or chi to every cell, whole body. Exhale, release any tension, impurities. Release all the air. Release the diaphragm, solar plexus. Now step your right foot forward and come up into warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, reaching out. Breathe here. Shoulders relaxed. Reach through your fingertips. And then reverse, reach back. We're just warming up. Getting the breath to move through the whole body. Breathe into your side now. Inhale, exhale, relax your neck. Now come up, facing forward. Interlace your fingers behind you. Lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, humble warrior. You can just stop at your knee, or maybe you can get a little bit below your knee and bend your right knee, sinking down. Release your hands down, step back to plank, and lower knees, chest, chin. Now cobra. Inhale. Downward exhale. Left foot, warrior one. Reaching up. Warrior two. Breathe here. Widen your chest. Shoulders relaxed. Widen your hips. Reach. Now reverse, reach back. Open the side of your body. Relax your neck and breathe. The exhale is just as important as the inhale. Now come up, facing forward. Interlace your fingers behind you. Lift your chest. Humble warrior, go down. Bend your left knee, sinking down little by little. Release, hands down. Now, plank, stay in plank and roll into side plank on your left hand. It's a great pose to strengthen the side of your body and also open your chest. With your arms in a straight line here, push your left hand down and reach your right arm straight up. Feel that that's coming out of the center of your chest. Navel to spine. Breathe. Return to plank. Go to the other side. Now on your right hand, side plank, strengthening side body. Widen your chest. Stay in the center of your chest, focusing there. Reach out, pushing your right hand down and your left arm straight up, shoulders away from your ears. Working in pericardium here. And then return to plank. Now lower down, knees, chest, chin. Cobra, arch your back. Inhale. Exhale, downward. Now step your right foot forward for side angle. So in side angle, you can have your elbow on your knee like this. If possible, put your right hand down on the floor inside your foot. You can also put a block under your right hand. Now, if your right shoulder and knee are together, squeeze them together. And then reach your left arm straight up. Opening the chest again, but also the inner thigh. You can think of your right big toe pushing down. Right inner thigh opening. As you push your right knee back and tuck the right butt under. And then press down through the center of your right palm. Reach straight up through your left fingers. Widen your chest. Open your heart. On the left side, you can sense the whole left side, which is the gallbladder pathway, the side of your foot, to your hip, to your shoulder, into your face. Good, and then keep your legs there. Reach up into warrior two. Straighten your right leg and rotate to the other side. Don't cross your toes over. Make sure you have about heels to heel alignment. Now bend your left knee and put your hand on the inside of your left foot. Again, you can use a block under your left hand if you need to. Try to get your shoulder and knee together. And then squeeze your shoulder and knee together. Reach your right arm straight up. Again, widening your chest. Also focus on pressing your left big toe down. This is your liver toe. Liver channel is big toe. Up the inner knee. Muscles of the inner thigh, left side, opening. Tuck the left butt under. And the liver channel goes up through the lower abdomen into the rib cage. You might even lengthen the left side of your abdomen up through the rib cage. Widen your chest more, staying centered in your heart, and sense the right side now. Gallbladder pathway from your right foot to your knee, to your hip, to your shoulder, into the side of your face. Keep your legs there and come up into warrior two. Straighten your left leg and then rotate back to the front of your mat. Face your hips to the front. We're going to go right into revolving side angle. It's a difficult pose. Ideally, you can keep your left heel down and bend your right knee. But if you need to pick up your left heel or even put your left knee down, that's fine. Take your left elbow across your right knee. Twist. When you twist, keep your chest open. And then if you put your knee down, pick it up and try to bring your left heel back to the floor. Keep your hips in the center. Don't let them swing out to the side. And lengthen your spine. Now, when we do twisting, we're opening the sides of the body and especially through the rib cage. Twisting is really important in the emotional axis. Scan the sides of the body, sides of the neck. See if you can lengthen the sides of your neck, sides of your rib cage lengthening as you twist a little more through your chest. Twist more through your solar plexus. Keep breathing there. Sides of the waist lengthening, sides of the hip, especially right hip, right IT band down into your fourth toe. Now unwind and go directly to the other side. So now you're going to face the back of your mat. Hips face the back of the mat. Bend your left knee, and you can keep your right heel down, or if you want to put your right knee down, that's fine. And then twist over to the left. Take your elbow across your knee. You can have your palms together. If you put your right knee down, pick it back up, and then swivel your right heel back to the floor. Don't let your hips go out to the side. Pull them back into the center and twist your chest more. Don't round your back here. Keep your heart open and start to scan the sides of your body now. The sides of your neck lengthening. Sides of your rib cage. Feel how your breath is moving there. Moving the ribs. The ribs are rotating around the axis of your spine. Opening the heart. Sides of the waist. Twist more through your solar plexus, wringing out those organs. Now the left side of your hip. Feel an opening there. Left IT band down into your fourth toe. Keep breathing. And then release and come up. Now you can face the side of your mat and turn your toes slightly inward. We're going to do a forward fold here with wide legs. Make sure you find your hip crease. From hip points to the pubic bone, we're going to fold right there. Slowly come down, hinging forward at your hips. Feel an opening and a spreading in your sit bones. You can even stay in this position for a couple of breaths to really get a lot of opening in your pelvic floor. You can bend your knees and then continue down, reaching your chest toward the floor. Don't round your back too much. Take your hands to your feet. And you can press on liver 3, which is an amazing point on the top of the foot, right in between the bones of the big toe and the second toe. These are the first and second metatarsal. And you can press right where they come together there on the top of the foot. You may feel a little tender, tight area there in the muscle. Keep pressing on that and see if it has an effect on your whole pose. This is liver 3. Very good point to release general tension. Release any kind of blockages in the flow of energy and emotions. As you press there, remember, you don't have to go deep into the poses to get benefits. You can go to a place where you feel comfortable, maybe on the edge of something interesting, and then become the observer. The breath is what's doing the work. So if you're pressing on liver 3, see if you can breathe down into liver 3. Inhale all the way down to your toes. And then when you exhale and release any tension that you found there with your breath. This is a mental practice as much as a physical practice. Now bring your hands flat to the floor and lengthen your spine. Start to walk your feet a little bit wider apart. Maybe just a couple of inches. Bring your elbows down if you can, or you can put some blocks there, and then let your head hang down. Try to keep your hips and ankles in a straight line across, so you're not moving your hips forward. They should still be in the same line as your feet. And it's not about how far down you go, but if you want to go all the way down, you can. Close your eyes. We'll stay here for just a couple of minutes. Close your eyes and see what you feel here. See if you can breathe down into your inner thighs. The liver channel has a lot to do with the sexual organs, especially the uterus, but also the genitals and the movement of blood there and any tension that's held there as well. There are muscles around the sexual organs that can hold tension, and that can affect the tension in your inner thighs and in your lower abdomen. Try to release any tension that you sense there, or just become aware of it. Breathe all the way down into your inner thighs, all the way down into your inner shins, maybe even into your big toes. And feel the deep lower abdomen relaxing. Feel the liver itself softening in the lower rib cage, especially as you exhale. The emotion related to the liver is anger, but also frustration and impatience. It's associated with our drive to become. Very important energy. Pay attention to what you feel along the inner thighs and the lower abdomen. And as you become aware of it, notice if it shifts or changes at all. And gradually release. You can walk your feet back together and then come up to a standing position. Take a minute there. We'll do a couple of standing postures now, starting with eagle. Now the arm part of this pose is really nice for the triple heater. So we'll do that first. Reach your arms out to the sides and imagine you can reach more through your ring finger, the fourth finger. Now let your shoulders go down away from your ears. This pathway goes right down behind your ears, down the sides of your neck, to the tops of your shoulders and out into your fourth finger. See if you can lengthen down through the sides of your neck and extend more through your ring fingers. Now bring your right elbow under the left and wrap your palms in awareness of the bring left. If you can hook your foot there. So we're in triple here. Again. sides of the waist. Now feel the opening on the outsides of your hips. Squeezing your liver, open the outer hips, gallbladder, down through the IT band and down into the fourth toe. Now release, reach your arms up, step your feet together, and then reach your arms out again. Let's return to the triple heater part. Shoulders away from your ears, widen your chest, extend through your fourth finger, even through the backs of your arms. Maybe you can feel the stretch through the back of your forearms. And now bring the left elbow under the right. Wrap your palms if you can. Shoulders down, still opening that whole pathway. Bend your knees. And then bring your left knee up and over the right. If you can, hook your foot back there. It doesn't really matter. Just so that you can feel this opening on the outsides of the body. Sides of the neck, down through the outside of your arms, forearms, fourth fingers. And then continuing down through the sides of the rib cage, lengthen as you lift your chest. Sides of the waist, outside of your hips, down the IT band, all the way down into the fourth toe. Good, and release. Just standing. Feel that lengthening and opening on the sides of the body. Fourth fingers, fourth toes. Now, stand on your left foot and bring your right foot into half lotus. Be careful in this pose. If you have some knee compression there, you can also do tree pose here. Still opening the outside of your hip. This is an external rotation of the hip joint. Mainly, that's what you want to feel. So don't ever push your knee down. It doesn't matter how far it goes down. What you want to open is the side of your hip here. So touch the outside of your hip. This is around gallbladder 29 area. The back of your hip also is gallbladder 30. So this has to open and move to allow a deep rotation in your hip joint. And one way to open the outside is to squeeze the inside by squeezing your knees toward each other. You're going to get more of an opening on the outside of your hip, right? So liver is yin, gallbladder is yang, and they're going to support each other, balance each other. If you squeeze your knees together, also drop your tailbone and lift up through the pelvic floor. Now, think of extending your right knee down toward the floor and then reach your right arm straight up toward the ceiling. Opening side body. Right knee down, right arm up, and maybe even lean over just a little bit to the left. You don't have to go far. What you want to feel is a lengthening and the connection, really, of the side body from your neck all the way down into your knee. Okay, release. And then step your feet together. Feel maybe a difference in the two sides. And then bring your left foot now into half lotus. Or whatever works for you. If you want to stay in tree pose, that's fine. What you might focus on is the outside of your hip again, right? There's a lot of dense tissue on the side of the hip. So even though we're working in the whole side body, a lot of times this is where the real tension is hiding right here. And if you press into it, what are you doing? You're bringing awareness to it. Gallbladder 29, 30 area, down through the IT band, that's also gallbladder. So you're opening these lateral stabilizers when you come into this pose, right? Rotation, side bending, twisting. These are all related through the gallbladder pathway. Okay, squeeze your inner thighs, drop your tailbone, lift the pelvic floor. Send your left knee toward the floor and reach your left arm straight up toward the ceiling. Reach your left fingers away from your left knee down, left fingers up. And maybe even lean a little bit over to the right side. You don't have to go far. Try to feel how the whole left side of your body is connected here. It's not individual pieces and parts. It's one whole moving together. Expand your breath there. And then release. Good. Now come back to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, step back. Lower knees, chest, chin. Now cobra. Arch your back, look up, breathe. Exhale, downward. Again, find your breath. Inhaling, whole body. Exhale, whole body. I'm going to do a longer hold now of pigeon pose. We're going to hold pigeon for 8 minutes. It's a journey. Exploring the inner body, the energy body. So if you know how to set this pose up for yourself, you can do any variation you like. Generally, to make it easier, you can keep your heel under your left hip, your right heel under your left hip. If you want to make it more challenging, you can bring your foot farther out. This gives you more rotation in your hip. But make sure, wherever you end up, that you can fold all the way down, or at least relax. You can put props, blocks, pillows under your head so that you can rest your head on something. And make sure that you can stay, so don't go so deep into a painful place that you're not able to stay, because the staying is the meditation. That's the important part. If you know that you're not going to do this pose, a good alternative is to be on your back in figure 4, so you're still getting that same stretch in your hip, and you can even bring your hands around your left shin to open your right hip. So you could stay in that pose. Okay, so set up your pose, and then we'll begin now. Hold it for 8 minutes. Immediately close your eyes and just examine the inner landscape. What do you feel? If you feel that you went too far, then just back up a little bit so you're right on the edge. And you create a sense of trust in your body and mind that you're not trying to hurt yourself. You're just trying to see something. You're exploring the inner body. When we work in the emotional axis, we're really digging up a lot of the darker emotions that are in the hips and deep in the chest. So it's not always emotionally comfortable, but at least let it be physically comfortable or safe feeling. Notice how your breath is moving. Notice if the rhythm or depth of your breath has changed. Are you still able to slowly breathe into your whole body. And even the dark and tight places, see if you can still gently expand your breath there little by little. Without the breath, nothing can change. Now begin to scan the right side of your body. The outer corner of your right eye. Around the right ear and jaw, relax the right jaw. The right side of your neck. Notice what you feel there. Top of the right shoulder. Relax. Now, right side of your rib cage. Sense how your breath is moving there. Your ribs expanding on the inhale. And then closing, emptying out on the exhale. Exhale all the way. More and more each time. The exhale is a release, not a squeezing, just a relaxing to empty out. Slow. Right side of the waist. Right side of your hip. Now focus deep in your hip. Right side. See what you feel there. If you feel muscle tension there, try to relax it. The real medicine is awareness, the light of consciousness, arriving in these dark and tight places. There is no other goal. Now, the right side of your thigh, the IT band. See what you feel there, right in the center. Feel the strong energy there. Potential. Working in the wood element. And this is our creative drive. We're always moving forward towards our goals. That's the wood element. And it tends to create tension along the sides of the body. Now the right side of your lower leg down to the outer ankle. Down into your fourth toe, right side. Whole right side, feel the energy moving there easily. Now the big toe, top of the foot, along the inner shin bone. This is the liver meridian. The inner knee and the large muscles of the inner thigh. See what you feel there. Lower abdomen. into the lower rib cage and diaphragm. Come back to your breath. Inhale, expand. Exhale, feel the diaphragm relaxing upward into the rib cage. As if you're emptying out the solar plexus. For the last moment, observe your mind. Observe any pattern in your thoughts or feelings that may be related to this pose. Be the observer. Now, very slowly, release. You might go right back into downward facing dog. Stay there for 1 minute or do whatever you like. If you have a different counter pose you'd like to do, the best thing to do is to stay still for a moment and just observe now the two sides of the body. Observe the right side. Observe the left side. And observe where they come together in the center. Now we're going to go into the other side. Bring your left knee forward for pigeon. The setup is exactly the same, but it might feel different on this side. So do whatever works for you. And start to fold forward. Make sure your head can relax down onto something. I'm keeping my head lifted so I can talk. But you should let your head go down. And then close your eyes. And observe the inner body. Beginning now, stay here for 8 minutes. Try to stay. In order to stay, you have to be comfortable. And then your mind can relax and you can observe. The inner body, the energy body. It sounds mysterious, but it's really just what you feel. It's always there. It's very familiar once you focus on it. Observe how your breath is moving through your whole body. Every inhale expands to your fingers, toes, face, every cell. And as you exhale, empty the whole body, releasing any tension or negativity, little by little. Each exhale allows you to release. It may not happen all at once. It may happen gradually over the course of many breaths. You will begin to release tension, negativity, pain. The longer and slower you can make the exhale, the better. And the exhale is when the diaphragm is relaxing and all the intercostal muscles are relaxing. You don't have to squeeze the air out, just let it go. Begin to scan the left side of your body now. Outer corner of your left eye, around the left ear, the left jaw. Left side of your neck, top of the left shoulder. Relax. Left side rib cage. Feel how the ribs move as you breathe. Expanding on the inhale. And emptying out, closing on the exhale. No tension between the ribs. Left side of the waist. Now left side of the hip. Focus deep inside the hip. What can you feel there? The side of the hip, the back of the hip. Be the observer. Without any judgment, just watching the sensations, the energy. Become curious like a scientist. Now the outside of your thigh, down the IT band, left side, right in the center. What is the nature, the quality of the energy there? What is its goal and purpose? Down the side of your leg, outer ankle, into the fourth toe, the whole left side, the energy there moving easily. Now the big toe. See what you feel there. Top of the foot, the inner shin bone. Following the liver channel, inner knee, inner thigh muscles, lower abdomen, diaphragm muscle. The last moment, observe your mind, state of mind. The body holds patterns of tension that are related to your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs about the world and about yourself. These are creating our habitual postures. Become aware of these patterns. Maybe you need them. Maybe they're important. But at least become aware of them. And aware of how the breath relates to them. Now, slowly release. Can return to downward facing dog. Slowly take your time. And again, observe the right side of your body, the left side of your body, like two different people, right side, left side. And notice where they come together in the center. It's the central channel, straight line, the pelvic floor to the top of your head, dividing the body in half. From here, we'll go right into Gomukhasana. So your hips should be pretty warmed up. You might want to move them around a little bit. Circle through your ankles. And then again, bring your right knee forward. Okay, and this time, cross your left knee on top for Gomukhasana. In this pose, you should have your knees stacked one on top of the other. And again, it'll be easier, just like in pigeon, to keep your heels closer in toward your hips. But if you want to challenge yourself, you can bring your feet out wider. And you can also sit on a block if that helps to elevate your hips above your feet. Okay, so left knee is on top and your knees are just about stacked. See if you can find your two sit bones kind of almost basically equal down on the floor, or just get a sense of lengthening down through the sides of your hips. Feel, even before we go further, that the sides of your body are lengthening. And the spine is tall, shoulders relaxed. Okay, and then reach your arms straight out to the sides. We can feel pericardium here. Might even press out through your palms first. Widening your chest. Breathe around your heart. When you inhale, expand your heart. And when you exhale, feel how the diaphragm and heart move upward. Inside your chest, press a little bit wider. The pericardium is closely related to the liver because they're both attached to the diaphragm. So the breath is really important in the movement of chi or prana through the whole body. Now reach out through your fourth finger and relax your shoulders more away from your ears. Reach up through the tops of your ears as your shoulders relax down and extend the back of your forearm into your ring fingers. Now bring your right elbow under the left, and like we did before an eagle, wrap your palms. Shoulders relaxed. Lift your chest and pull your hands down. Feel the opening. So this is very similar to eagle pose in the arms and legs here. You can feel an opening along the outside of the shoulders and arms, outside of the hips and thighs. Fourth fingers, fourth toes. And if you like, you can also fold forward. If you want to fold forward, you can keep your arms connected and just rest there, or maybe hook your elbows over your top knee, or you can release your arms just for a few breaths here. Expand your breath into the sides of the body or whatever you feel. Inhale all the way. Exhale all the way. And then release, come up. Release your arms. And then keep your right sit bone down on the floor and reach your right arm straight up toward the ceiling, like you're going to touch the ceiling. So you're opening the side of your body. Already, take your left hand down to the side and then bend over to the left. And keep pushing your right sit bone into the floor. And imagine that your fingers are attached to your sit bone, because they are. And stretch from your sit bone through your fingers. Relax your neck. Sometimes it's difficult to relax your neck, but little by little, see if you can let it go. Let the side of your neck open. Anytime you feel tension, you can always try to expand the breath there. The rhythm of a breath is directly related to the state of mind. So when you're not paying attention to your breath, sometimes it changes a lot. We hold tension in the breathing muscles, especially the diaphragm. Keep breathing into the side of the body, little by little, opening, stretching, releasing. Now slowly come back up and release. Okay, open your legs wide just for a moment. Nice counter pose here. If you want to fold forward just for a moment, you can. Try to keep your legs active, extending out through your inner knees, inner ankles, inner heels. And then we'll do the other side. Okay, bring your right knee on top this time. Right knee on top of the left, and set it up so that it's fairly comfortable for you. Try to have your knees stacked. If you want to use a block, you can. And just start here, lengthening the sides of your body already. Sides of your neck, shoulders relaxed, spine tall. Sense these side channels, the energy there along the sides of the body. That's the gallbladder meridian. The gallbladder is such an insignificant organ, but the energy line is extremely important. So don't get hung up on the name of the gallbladder meridian. It's really the sides of the body. Very important energy there. Now reach your arms wide for the pericardium again. You can press through your palms. Widen your chest front and back. And breathe around your heart. Maybe each time this gets a little more meaningful and open. Expanding your heart. As you exhale, press a little bit wider. And then for the triple heater, you can reach out palms forward, extend through your ring fingers. Lifting up through the tops of your ears, extend down through your shoulders, through the back of your forearm into your fourth fingers. Breathe into that, sense that whole line lengthening. And you can bring your left elbow under the right. And maybe wrap your palms, chest lifted, pull your hands down. Feel an opening on the outside of your shoulders and arms, the outside of your hips and thighs, into your fourth fingers, fourth toes. You can stay here, maybe fold forward, whatever works for you. If you want to release your arms and fold forward, you can do that. Just make sure your breath is fully expanding, fully emptying. The rhythmic movement is very important for the flow of qi in the body. Sometimes even taking a long walk is a powerful way to move the qi, to move your emotions and allow them to transform. Breath by breath. Slowly release. And we'll bend to the right. But first, send your left sit bone down and reach your left arm straight up, like you're touching the ceiling. Feel that connection between your left sit bone and your fingertips, reaching up. Start to bend over to the right. You can gradually go deeper. Don't go deep right away. Push your left sit bone into the floor and reach more through your fingertips. Relax your neck. Little by little, try to let go of your head and neck. Keep breathing into your side body. Notice if you have any emotions or thoughts that arise as you go deep into the side of your body. What part of your mind is there? What is the function of the side of the body for you? Smooth out your breath. And then very slowly release. And come up. Now bring your legs wide. Again, just like we did before, we'll hold it a little bit longer this time. You can make your legs as wide as you like, but make sure that you're able to sit up straight. Make sure you're not rounding your back. So you can find your two sit bones and kind of roll onto the front of your sit bones by tilting your sacrum and pelvis forward. And continue with that to bring your elbows down. And you can use blocks under your elbows, or you can stay upright if it's better for you that way. Legs should be active, toes pointing up, extend out through your inner ankles, your inner knees, lengthening your inner thighs. And we'll scan through, again, the liver channel, big toe, top of the foot, inner shin bone, inner knee, inner thighs. Feel the muscles along the inside of the leg bone, thigh bone. Very large muscles there. Touching along the inner thigh bone up into the pubic bone and the sides of the pubic bone, really closely related to the pelvic floor muscles. So you might notice if you're holding any tension in the pelvic floor or in the sexual organs. Again, you can hold a lot of tension there. Sometimes a hidden area of the body with hidden emotions, whether it's anger or shame or something else completely. Just see what you feel. The lower abdomen. Allow the organs and energy of the lower abdomen to soften. And all the way up under the ribs. Feel the breath moving there. And the lower rib cage, the diaphragm. Expanding downward on the inhale. And releasing upward on the exhale. Allow the breath to empty all the way out. Now, release and bring the soles of your feet together for bound angle or Baddha Konasana. Your inner thigh should be a little more open now, so this might be accessible. You can also sit on a block if you need to. You can just hold your feet here. If your knees are way up here, you might want to put blocks under them or also sit on a block so your hips are higher than your feet. And from here you can press again on liver 3. This is the point on the top of your foot. It's a great point in general for muscle tension, but especially along the liver channel. Massage that point. Pretty firm. Generally you can press pretty firm on your feet. They're tough, but please do so at your own comfort level. And then the liver channel runs up along the inner shin bone. So if you find the shin bone, you can press along the inner edge of the shin bone and kind of behind your shin bone. There's some muscles back there as well. In the tibialis posterior, your toe flexors. Just see what you feel along there. Some great release can come from working on the liver channel there. In effect, everything, even your lower back. You can also just press and massage along the muscles of your inner thigh. See what's happening there. Your inner hips. If you want to fold forward, you can do that in bound angle or just stay upright. As you go a little bit deeper, you can open your feet up so that the soles of your feet face the ceiling and press the outer edges of your feet toward each other. You have a motion this way. I will help your knees go down. Okay, release. And then come to sit on your heels. You're going to do the diaphragm release, directly pressing into your diaphragm muscle. The diaphragm is at the bottom of the rib cage. There's a point on the front of your rib cage right under the bra strap, and this is liver 14. It's not on the sides, it's on the front of your rib cage. And if you press into the front of your ribs on the rib cage, not below it, on the rib cage. You may feel some tender little stringy muscle fibers there. This is liver 14. And you can loosen that up first. It's a good point to help relax the diaphragm. And then the diaphragm itself is under the ribs. So you can find the bottom of your ribs and then sort of curl your fingers under the bottom of your rib cage. It helps if you round your back a little bit so that your abdominal muscle can relax. And the best would be as if you fold forward into child pose. And you can put a block under your head or a pillow so that your abdominal muscle is completely relaxed. And then you can go into the back of your ribs. Do not pull your ribs out to the side. Support and even press your ribs in using your palms, and then gently slide your fingers up the back of your ribs. If they don't go up that far, that's fine. You can still get some benefit here. So you're not pushing hard. Once you fold forward, you have to breathe. So each inhale, expand down into your fingers. Your inhale should push your fingers out. And then when you exhale, slide your fingers a little deeper. Now you're touching the back of your ribs, ideally. You don't want to push directly in toward the spine. You're more sliding up the back of the ribs, back surface of the front ribs. Each breath, inhaling a little bit more, push your fingers out. And when you exhale, allow the exhale to take its time. And slide your fingers deeper on the exhale so that you're actually assisting the exhale, pushing up into the lungs as you exhale. You're stretching your diaphragm muscle. Notice what you feel. Expand the breath a little bit more. This is a great way to release tension in the middle of your back as well. Right behind the liver. Okay, take one more breath there. And then release, come up. I'll show you a point on the triple heater pathway, which is right behind your earlobe. There's a couple of points that can help in releasing tension in your jaw, neck, and shoulders. So right behind your earlobe, and right behind the angle of the jaw, there's a little space there. And it can be quite tender. I'm going to do both sides at the same time. If it's very tight there, you can bring your jaw forward. When you bring your jaw forward, that space will open up. And then your finger will fit there. And then you can let your jaw go back. And your finger is there. Gently press into the sides of your neck there. So you're actually pressing on the transverse process of your top cervical vertebrae, probably. It's a strange sensation, so be careful. But releasing tension here can help relax your shoulders down. And it's very good for your immune system also. Another point that might be helpful is gallbladder 8 right above your ears. So you can press in about an inch above the tops of your ears and just make little circles there. If you press there and clench your jaw, you will see that those muscles pop out. So that's a jaw muscle. Relax your jaw. Bring some awareness there. And we'll use both of those points as focal points in the next pose, Matsyendrasana. Okay, twisting to the right. Right knee is up. Cross your right foot over your left knee or do any variation you like. Keep your right hip down. Now, there's many points that we can talk about here. But press down into the lateral part of your hip crease here. Right here is gallbladder 29. We've been working on this point in some other poses. So really press that down. And then also we're stretching the right IT band, so the outer part right in the center of the IT band, gallbladder. And then twist. As you twist, lengthen your spine. Take your right hand behind you. Lift your chest, widen your chest. Breathe. Now, sense that point above the tops of your ears. See if you can extend upward through gallbladder 8 above your ears. Relax your jaw. And then also sense that point that was behind your earlobes, triple heater 17, just behind the angle of your jaw. See if you can sense that point again. And lengthen from there down the sides of your neck. Tops of the shoulders relax. Chest is wide. Keep twisting, keep breathing. Whole sides of the body lengthening here. Now release. And switch your legs, other side. Now your left knee is up. Twist to the left, but first, anchor down through your left hip. The crease of the left hip, really send the left sit bone down and pull your knee across to open outside of your thigh. Lengthen your spine as you twist, widen your chest. And then sense the points above your ears, gallbladder 8. Lifting up, lengthening up through the tops of your ears. Relax your jaw. Sense the points behind the angle of your jaw, behind your earlobe. And lengthen from there down through the sides of your neck, tops of your shoulders relax. Side body lengthening as you twist. Keep twisting. Keep breathing. Now release, relax. Do another twist, focusing more on the pericardium. So right in the center of the palm is pericardium 8. This is a great point to press and massage anytime you have anxiety. Center of the palm, it can be quite tender if you have a lot of intense emotions or anxiety. It's a point to clear the heart, the energy of the heart, clear emotions from around the heart. Pericardium continues up through this wrist flexors. So you can just massage along here, something like myofascial release, where you're just stretching the tissue a little bit rather than pressing deep into it. Just create some friction, warm it up, loosen it up. We'll be stretching this in the next twist when we do Bharadvajasana. But just bring some awareness there, stretch, warm it up. Pericardium 7, 6, 5, 4, along this area of the forearm. Okay, so that's pericardium. And then CV17 or RIN17 is right in the center of the chest. So I'm on the chest bone, sternum, and I can find a little notch toward the bottom of the sternum. That is a really good point to focus on for the pericardium. And if you press into it, you might find a little notch there that's tender, and then you should breathe into it. Expand your breath right into it. Bring some awareness there so you can focus on it in the next pose. Okay, for Bharadvajasana, this is a complicated twist. You may need to sit on a block, and you can bend your left foot back and then put your right foot either on the floor or in half lotus, possibly. Foot on your thigh. Either way is fine. And then hinge forward at your hips. tilt your pelvis forward. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee, palm down. So my fingers are pointing to the left. Make sure your hand is on the outside of your knee, not the inside. And as I push my palm down, I have to lean forward from my hips. And then I'm stretching through the pericardium meridian there on the inner part of my forearm. And then lift up through the center of your chest, CV17. Twist. If you have half lotus, you might even reach around and grab your big toe or your thigh. Keep twisting and breathing. Feel the stretch through your left forearm, maybe all the way up into the center of your chest. Look to the right, but lift your heart. Breathe. Now keep twisting your chest to the right, and then turn your face only to the left. You're bringing your chin toward your left shoulder. Get a nice stretch through the triple heater pathway here. Chin down toward your left shoulder. Feel the stretch through the left side of your neck, top of the shoulder, maybe down the side of your arm. And then release. Okay, we'll switch to the other side. Okay, bring your right knee, your right foot behind you. And then your left foot can either go on the floor next to your thigh or in half lotus. And then we'll be twisting to the left. So take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Palm is facing down. Hinge forward at your hips. Get your palm all the way down to the floor so you're stretching your forearm. Fingers point to the right. Remember, it's outside your knee. Okay? And then lift your heart and chest. Twist to the left. Maybe reach around and even grab your big toe or your thigh there. Okay? Keep twisting, keep breathing. Feel the stretch through the right inner forearm, pericardium, maybe all the way up into the center of your chest. Lift the center of your chest, breathe. Turn to the left. Feel the whole pericardium, channel opening. And then if you like, keep twisting your chest to the left and turn your face only to the right. Bring your chin down toward your right shoulder. Breathe and feel a stretch of the triple heater pathway. Left side of your neck, top of the shoulder, maybe down through the side of your arm. And then release. Now come to lay face down on the floor. We'll do a variation of locust to open the pericardium and triple heater. So you can bring your forehead down and then reach your arms wide out to the sides. You don't have to lift up yet. Keep your feet together. And reach out from the center of your chest through your middle fingers. Just keep your forehead down. Use your breath, breathing into the center of your chest. Sense this pericardium pathway, chest muscles, biceps, forearms, palms, middle fingers. Really widening there through the center of your chest. That's the pericardium. And now sense the triple heater from the sides of your head, ears, jaw, sides of the neck, down through the tops of your shoulders. See if you can lengthen through the tops of your shoulders, out through the back of your forearm into your fourth finger. From your ears, down the sides of your neck, down through the back of your forearm into your ring fingers. Legs together, heart forward. Reach out so much through your fourth fingers that your arms start to lift up. Keep lengthening shoulders away from ears, fourth finger reaching out, and then lift your chest and thighs. Keep that length in the sides of your neck, out through your fourth finger, tilt your palms forward. Now open your chest. Breathe into the center of your chest, lift your heart, open from center of chest, through your biceps, into your palms, into your middle fingers. 4, 3, 2, 1, release, relax. Let's do a bow pose. Do a variation where you hold the inside of your feet. This is a great way to open the pericardium pathway. Bend your knees and hold the inside of your feet, thumbs pointing up. Focus in the center of your chest, and then kick to lift your chest and thighs. You don't have to go up very high. Just breathe into the center of your chest. Let your breath do the work, expanding, stretching from the inside out. When you inhale, feel the expansion of your heart. And when you exhale, feel the upward movement of your heart. Pull your shoulders up and away from the center of your chest. Try to feel a sense of joy. In this opening, pericardium allows the heart to feel joy. Take another breath here. Inhale, exhale, and then release, relax. Concentrating center of chest, feel your heartbeat. The state of mind is very important when we're opening, especially the heart. If you want your backward bending poses to open your heart, you should have some idea of devotion. Think of something that you love now as we go into these next backward bending poses. Think of something that you truly love. Something that you live for. Whether it is God, divine, or nature, or a person, or an animal, something that you really love that awakens your heart and makes you feel something in your heart. That is your devotion. It does not matter what it is. And we'll try that pose again. And we invoke that state of mind. Bend your knees, hold your feet. You can hold the inside or the outside, whatever you like. And then kick to lift your chest and thighs. As you breathe here, you can focus on the pathway from your chest into your palms and middle fingers, or maybe you can focus on something you love. A feeling that brings into your heart, into your chest, into your whole body when you feel love. Breathing in and out. Stay here. And then release, relax. Press back and sit on your heels. We'll do camel pose next. And in this first camel pose, we'll do 2 of them. We'll use a sound purification, which is a great way to release any negative emotions And it's also a way to release tension in your diaphragm again, the main breathing muscle. So we'll make the ah sound in camel pose. It's like Om. Make the sound last a very long time. We'll inhale all the way and then ah. Exhale, making the sound ah. Think of releasing any negative emotions as you make that sound. And since we'll be in camel pose, it might be more difficult. And if you start to feel like you're out of breath or dizzy, just breathe normal. Don't feel like you have to continue to do it. Whatever amount you do it will have an effect. So come back to it when you can. We'll just stay here about 1 minute. Okay? Come to stand on your knees. Knees hip width apart. Point your toes straight back, hands on your hips. Strengthen your legs. Draw your chest upward, hips forward, chin back. Keep lifting your chest. And then if you can, reach for your heels, or you can have blocks on the sides of your feet. Stay here and breathe. And we'll do the ah sound. Okay, first inhale. Exhale. Ah. Again, deep inhale. One more inhale all the way. And then release everything with the sound, all negative emotions. When you finish, bring your hands to your hips, come up, sit on your heels, and close your eyes. Focus in your heart. Feel the energy expanding there. We'll do one more camel and just hold for 2 minutes this time. Bring in a sense of devotion. If you don't know what you're devoted to, then take this 2 minutes to find out what it is that you truly love, what it is that really opens your heart and gives you a natural joy. Okay, stand on your knees, hands on your hips. Strengthen your legs, hips forward, chest up, chin up. Look back. Keep the lift in your chest and reach for your heels or your blocks. And stay here, gently breathing, normal breathing. See if you can relax your neck, open your heart, center of chest, down through your palms. Breathe there into the heart. Cultivate a sense of devotion. What do you love?
truly. No one else has to know. Just for you, what do you love? What brings joy into your heart? And how does that feel in your body? Take a few more breaths here. Slow down your breath. Feel the heart softening, opening. Allowing you to connect to others, to God, to the universe. Now, hands to your hips, slowly lift your chest, come up, sit on your heels, close your eyes. Concentrate in the heart. Now bring your legs out in front. You're doing easy variation of Tadasana. This is an easy counter pose, forward fold. And we'll be working on the pericardium again, pressing into the center of the wrist crease. So you're going to take your foot, your outer ankle bone, and press that right into your hip, your wrist crease. So I'm going to hold my foot like that. And the same on this side, so that my outer ankle bone is pressing into the center of the wrist crease, okay? And the soles of the feet together. Now my feet are actually not touching the floor because they're resting on my wrists and hands. My elbows are on the inside, so they're not allowing me to fold all the way forward, and that's fine. I'm going to let my head go. Gently rounding my back, can stay here. Try to relax. Just breathe normal. Let your whole body relax, your neck relax, back of the heart open. And go down into the cave of the heart. Deep inside the darkness of the chest is the small but inextinguishable, infinite light of the heart. And as the pericardium can open and close, giving us a connection to ourselves and others, or sometimes shutting us off from our connection to others and even to self, to God. That inextinguishable light is always there, whether we can sense it or not. The more we can love and soften the area around the heart, the more we can maintain a connection to that innermost light, the essence of our being. By loving others, we we are able to connect more to our own selves and to God. Okay, slowly release and just lay down on your back. And once you lay down, we'll finish with a twist again. So you can bring your knees toward your chest. And then release your legs over to the left. Keep your shoulders down and turn your face to the right. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee to lengthen further into the twist. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, neck and throat relaxed. And then breathe. Feel the lengthening of the side of the body again, right side. Side of your rib cage, waist, hip, thigh. There are 3 energy centers in the torso. And that is the triple heater, the 3 fires. They're the chest, heart and lungs. And the chest twisting. The solar plexus in the middle. And the lower abdomen and pelvis. Now come back to the center. And easy twist to the other side. Release your legs to the right, face to the left, shoulders down, neck and throat relaxed. You might take your right hand to the left knee, go a little deeper. Breathe, lengthening the left side of the body now. Left side of the ribs, waist, hip, thigh. And then sense again the 3 fires of the torso, the chest, heart and lungs, the solar plexus, the lower abdomen and pelvis. And then release and relax in Shavasana. Just take a moment to completely relax your whole body. Releasing any remaining tension or fatigue just down into the earth. Melting away. And then bring your awareness deep into the center of your chest, all around the heart, softening. Softening the container of the heart so that you're easily able to sense the heart itself. Softening the muscles on the front of the chest. Front of the shoulder, biceps, forearms, palms, middle fingers, pericardium. Now concentrate on the ring fingers or the 4th fingers, the back of the wrist, back of the forearm, side of the upper arm, tops of the shoulders, sides of the neck, around the ear to the outer eyebrows, triple heater. Outer corners of the eyes is gallbladder. Covering the sides of the body, it goes around the ears, behind the ears, back to the forehead, over the eyes, back to the base of the skull, sides of the neck, tops of the shoulders, under the armpits, sides of the ribs, front of the ribs, lower rib cage, back of the ribs, tip of the 12th rib, side of the waist, side of the hip, back of the hip, side of the thigh, all the way down to the outer ankle, into the 4th toe. Now the big toe, top of the foot, is liver. Inner shin bone, inner knee, muscles of the inner thigh, lower abdomen, front of the rib cage, solar plexus. This is the emotional axis. Now deepen your breath and begin to move or stretch. We will conclude practice with a little bit of breathing. First, roll to one side. Taking your time, come up to a seated position. We can continue to do some emotional release with the sound purification. And we did one of these in the sequence in camel pose. We did the ah sound. So the ah sound is a way to release negative emotions, especially from the lower body. There's a sound for different areas of the body, and we'll go through some of those now. Okay, just like we did in camel. Make sure you're in a comfortable seated position. And then we'll begin with a deep inhale. Imagine that you're releasing all the negative emotions as you make the sound. Again, inhale all the way down to the pelvic floor. The longer you make the sound last, the more you're releasing the breath, the diaphragm, and the emotions. One more time, inhale. Now concentrate in the heart, inside the chest. The sound for the heart is you. Inhale. You. Still focusing in the heart, feel the vibration there. Again, inhale. You. Now focus in the base of the throat. The sound for the throat is so. Together, inhale. So. In the throat. Again, inhale. So. Now just observe your breath, the natural movement of your breath without changing it. Notice the quality of the inhale and the exhale. See if you can even notice the moment where the breath changes from inhale to exhale, and from exhale to inhale. Notice which parts of your body move as you breathe. We'll conclude with square breathing. This is a technique that helps to regulate the nervous system and relax your mind. You will inhale for a count of 4. You could use any count, but you just want to have the same ratio. 4, 4, 4, 4. Inhale 4. Pause at the top of the inhale for 4. Exhale 4. Pause at the end of the exhale for 4. You don't need to hold your breath or contract anything. Just pause when you hold your breath. So it makes a square. Inhale, 4, pause, 4. Exhale, 4, pause, 4. Let's just try that for a few minutes. You first exhale all the way, and then inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, continue on your own. And then return to normal breathing. You can use that technique anytime throughout the day. Thank you for practicing the emotional axis sequence today. Let's conclude with Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.